Have you had your crash out yet from the eclipse season? Because this eclipse that is happening on the 21st, we have a solar eclipse in Virgo. And if you know, even if you don't know, or if you don't know, or if you need a reminder, we did have a lunar eclipse at the beginning of September. And what's so interesting about these two eclipses is it's like that final push. I almost imagine it as as a woman is giving birth to a new creation, because it is a lot of divine feminine energy that is being activated, but it's also activating and giving birth and giving life to the new you. It's like all of the parts of you that were once shed, or that you've gone through this transformation with. It's like all of the parts that you've had to transform to even just receive the vision of who you want to be are coming to the surface. And I actually, it kind of hit me a lot, because as an empath, we're going to feel the heavy energies already. Usually when the light is covered up, which is what's happening during the eclipse season, that is when the dark energies are more vibrant, they're more potent, and as empaths, we feel that energy. But it's so interesting because this current solar eclipse is acting a lot like a retrograde, with the technological glitches, the old habits or old histories that are coming back up, the weird, vivid, insane dreams, the sleep paralysis, the lack of understanding, even within yourself, within communication with other people. And it's almost like I caught myself the other day in the middle of my crash out. I literally, in the moment, I felt myself just give up on everything. I was like, it had felt like, and I'm saying these things out of what I felt in the moment of, it literally felt like all of the doors had been slammed shut in my face. It was like every way that I was looking was, every door that I was trying to go through, every way that I was looking around was like, wrong turn, or this is not the way, this is not going to happen. And in the moment, I was like, you know what, I just give up. I'm not going to do this anymore. I am just going to say, forget my higher path, forget my spiritual journey. I just want to just really go back into the matrix, honestly. And I was like, you know what, this is just hard as fuck, trying to break out of my old identity into this new version. And I went through this whole thing of asking myself why I had even wanted to do this, why I wanted to embark on the journey. And at first it was coming off from this shame feeling of saying, well, why are you even doing this? What's the point? Why are you being so extra? Why can't you just be normal? Why can't you just have a normal path in life? And as I started asking myself these questions, I noticed the negative self-talk. I noticed all of the doubts and the disbelief and the negativity that was so loud. And it was like all of the spiritual training and all the spiritual practices, it allowed for me to stop, and it allowed for me to surrender. So I'm saying that I felt this thing of, I give up on everything. I give up. I'm done. I'm done trying. I'm done fighting for this. But what happened was I actually went through a purge of those emotions. Whatever I was holding on to, it was like it literally, came out through the crash out, I would say, but like really through it was like the emotional heaviness that I felt. Almost like I was like, am I literally feeling this like huge depression in the pit of my stomach? Something that I hadn't felt in years. And it was like all of it came to the surface. But I'm so glad that it did, because it allowed for me to release it. It allowed for me to choose my new identity fully without having something lingering in the background. Or, sometimes we have things that we suppress. And just because you suppress it doesn't mean that you've dealt with it properly. And this eclipse is that time for you to deal with your mess properly. And so, you know, I even noticed like a lot of just certain things that I've had to give myself so much grace on and give other people grace on. And I also have to tell myself that it's okay to have a bad day. And during this time, I speak a lot about balance. And balance is not just to where you're feeling good all the time. It's about knowing how to get yourself in a place to where you are still in alignment with your highest path, even when the physical energy or the collective energy is feeling really, really heavy. It's about learning what your body needs, what your spirit needs, what your mind needs, and then acquiescing to meet those. So that way, you as an entire vessel remains open for the universal light energy to flow through, especially during this time. And so that's what the surrender has revealed to me, is it's not about being perfect. It's not about you just having good days every single day, but it's about understanding that when that heaviness hits, especially during times like these, there's a reason for it. The universe gives us not what we want, but what we need. And there are a lot of times when the universe and the planets and the stars and everything in between, when all of the energies are bringing in that balance, they're allowing for you to hit that point of nirvana, in a sense, or just hitting that point of like real peace. Because peace is not just when things are happy or when things are smooth. You notice the real inner peace that you have when everything around you is falling to pieces, when you have no reason to doubt. Okay, that's my daughter. I have to go get her, but that is just the word that I want to share with you guys, okay? So stay strong, keep the faith. Let me know in the comment section how your eclipse season has been going, and just know, okay, I got your back. The universe has got your back, and you got this. I love you, I love you, I love you.